even as you watch this video, are you really here? I ask the question because most people are nowadays stuck up in their heads and they lose out on not just the moment, but on life itself. Because you may have heard this before, life happens now. Hey guys, welcome back to Thrive-Ada, the channel for improving and balancing mind, body, and spirit. And I am extremely excited to be with you here this week. We often hear of this idea, let's be present now. But what does it mean? Why should we be present? For one, without being present, we don't know who we truly are. Without being present, we can't be and feel in the body and start to understand on an intuitive level where our life should truly be going. We could become overly neurotic and start adapting or adopting other people's ideas, thinking it's our own. And I dare say that is what the majority of people in the West do. They believe other ideas are actually their own. And let me tell you, there's only one of you. Only you can fully know you. Number two, it is important to know presence because in the present is where all the energy is. It's where life truly happens. Being in the past or the future actually takes energy away from us. But in the present is where all of creation itself happens. It is where energy and the life force stream into the body. It is in that we find our most powerful and effective state. And finally, another reason to stay present is because ultimately, only in the now do we have the truth. What I mean by that is in the past, our recollections are actually not true. They're what we can remember at this point, but if you look closely, they are actually incorrect and falsified. Often details will enter that were not really there. It is also where we find sadness and depression. You may have heard this idea that those who dwell in the past are those who are often depressed, and those who are in fear of the future are often anxious. Now, while looking into the future is beneficial in that we can find the probability of certain things occurring, unless we're in the present, we can't even deal effectively with those probabilities. Anxiety starts to mount, and hence, the best moment to be in is right here, right now, where all the energy is, where we can deal with our circumstances accordingly. Now, I understand all this can be easily said, but what can we do to become more present? And now I'll give you a few techniques. One, and you know this by now if you watch any of my videos, meditate. Yes, and there are numerous forms of meditation. I have done a couple of videos already, but I will definitely do more in-depth ones and even some guided meditation in the coming weeks and months, more than likely. Number two, take a moment to feel your feet on the ground. Anytime we become aware of our own body, we now actually come to the present moment. In fact, the body is the means in which we enter the moment. Feel into the body to experience any sensations that might be moving through the body. And in doing so, we actually can release traumas and emotions that are keeping us out of the present moment. Do this over a long enough timetable and watch your level of presence continually rise. And finally, number three, and you hear this all the time in our society, but take a deep breath, or several. And I made a couple videos about this, but you can use a very popular breathing method called the 4-7-8 method. And that includes a 4-second inhale, a 7-second hold, an 8-second exhale. And do this just a few times and watch your level of presence rise. And my friends, I want to leave you with this, that by entering the present moment is where all the true magic lies. Think back to the happiest moments of your lives. Chances are it was in a wonderful flow state. And that is exactly what being present allows us to do. By becoming present, we can enter the flow state, which connects us to all the magic that this life has to offer. And that is what I wish for each of you this day and every day, for your days to be full of love and magic. And I will see you on the next one. If you found this helpful at all, please do leave a comment on anything you'd like to see in the future. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you think this might help anyone else, definitely share it with them. Until the next time, have an amazing day.